past weekend was Planet Comicon 2018. Again, I did go, me and my brother, and got quite a bit. Only guest, well, there were actually two guests I wanted to meet this year. Number one was couldn't believe when I found Alice Cooper was going to be there. I met him. Arthur Adams, I like his art a lot, and I was looking online. I think I did a Google search for Art Adams prints, and I was looking at different ones. And I thought, well, if he has prints of those, yeah, I'll definitely buy one. I might even buy more than one. Man-Thing, Galactus. I don't know who else he had. Just some of the various DC and Marvel superheroes. I know he's done Godzilla and some of the other Toho monsters. So I found his table, and he's sitting there, and there was a sign there that said, like, something like, will not be signing until 5 o'clock, which was probably at least a half an hour away, and it didn't make a difference because he hardly had any prints for sale at all. I only saw maybe 3, and they were just like more like recent work that I didn't have any interest in. I was like, well, shit, and that was disappointing. So, with Alice Cooper, I had to come back because when I was first there, he was taking a break, and it had us sitting there, and they returned for autographs at 3:30 or whatever. So I told my brother that, and I went back and stood in line. And this is what I had him sign. This is a comic I've had since I was a little kid. I've actually been an Alice Cooper fan since I was a little kid. I was born in '71. I've been an Alice fan since either, I don't know if it's 76 or 77, because my dad had Billion Dollar Babies on vinyl. I remember listening to that. And it was like one of those gatefold album covers, and there was like little pictures of Alice and the other guys in the band. I was like, that's cool. There's a guy, he's got the stuff around the eyes. He's got a bone stricter, and it came with the great big fold out $1 billion bill. Plus, I like the music. So anyway, yeah, this hit the stands I think in '78, and I was at my local Venture one night with my parents, and I saw this. I was like, whoa, it's Marvel Comics, and it has Alice Cooper in it. Dad, can I get this? Marvel Premiere issue 50, featuring Alice Cooper. And he signed it to Adam, remember the Coop, and he signed it underneath that. And I told him that. I told him what I just said about how I've had this since I was a little kid, and never seen it, and I'm thinking, whoa. And so I asked him. I said, well, was this your idea, or was it Marvel's? Because I know it was kind of based on his From the Inside album, which was his most recent album at the time. He said, no, he said that was Marvel's idea. He said, I remember getting a call from Stan Lee, and they said, hey, do you want to do this? Do a comic book of it? He said, hell yeah. So, it's really cool. And, got a couple of books. Oh, Jim Duggan was there. Ho! And I didn't even know he was going to be there because he wasn't listed in the guests. But I later found out that he was what they call it, an exhibitor. So I guess he just bought his own table so he'd set up and sell stuff. And before I even saw him, I could hear him. They were doing a video blogcast or something. They were doing an interview for some reason. So he was just in there talking. I think he had his wife with him, but I didn't meet him because, well, I didn't want to bother him, and also was never a big enough fan to, I don't know what the hell I would have said to him. I saw Sting, and I was walking when I was looking for Alice, and I thought, oh, that's cool, there's Sting over there signing, and he had the face paint on. Anyway, 2 books that I bought. Vampire Tales Volume 1. So now I have all 3 of them. This was on sale for, let me have it for $5. The thing I don't like about it is they shrunk it down. It was originally the size of the old magazines, and so I might need reading glasses for that. And this I kind of held off on, and then it was the last thing I bought, and I was looking around, I was thinking, see if I can find out where that one dealer is, because I know I saw that there. I'll go ahead and get it. Essential Tomb of Dracula, Volume 3. reprints the last 20 issues of Tomb of Dracula and the first 4 issues of Tomb of Dracula magazine. That was 7. These comics were, some were $1. I think some are 50 cents. Some of them are 60 cents. So I got me some IDW Judge Dreds, which, oh man, it's okay. It's nowhere near as good as the Eagle Comics Judge Dredd series, which is what I was really into when I was a little kid. When I first discovered Judge Dredd. That's probably my all-time favorite comic book series. But anyway, issue 10. I don't like the way they number these either, because you know, like there's some of them are it's like issue 10, but it's from 2016 or something, or issue 10 that's from 2013. Issue 12. I've only started reading one of these comics. I just got these yesterday. Well, Saturday. Issue 7. Issue 14. Issue 23. The art's okay. I don't like it that much. The writing's okay, but there's not enough of a. You don't get like the dark humor of 2000. Of Mega City 1, like you did in a lot of the other stories. This one looks like it has the dark judges in it. This is issue 24. This is I believe issue 25. This is something called Judge Dredd Mega City 2. Issue 1. The rest of this is, I think almost all of it is Bronze Age. I found something called Vault of Evil, old Marvel horror title. This is issue 5. Got a few Charlton comics here. Issue 19. You know, it has the Modern Comics logo on it. It's still Charlton. Just making sure I was still recording. Something called Midnight Tales, issue 7. Monster Hunters, issue 2. This might be my favorite Charlton title. This was cool, a cool find. Invincible Iron Man King Size Annual number 3. I'm not an Iron Man fan, but the reason I bought this is because my brother had this when we were kids. I can remember looking at it. I remember this story. This is the reason I bought it. This was the very first time I had ever seen the Man-Thing character. Man-Thing being probably my very favorite Marvel Comics character. So, that's cool. In fact, I think I might get one of those for my brother since he had it, and he remembered that story too. This I didn't have enough vampire stuff to read. I got Doctor Strange versus Dracula. I'm guessing this was just a one-shot thing from the 90s. And they got Gene Colan to come back, do the artwork for it. My brother, we were talking about Tomb of Dracula. He said Gene Colan is like his least favorite comic artist. I don't know why. I tell him I think the guy's artwork fits Tomb of Dracula perfectly. I think I have all of these now. This is Giant Size Master of Kung Fu issue 3. Pretty nice shape for what the hell? What was it that I paid? I think just $1. Still got a lot of gloss on the cover. I don't see any rips or tears. Howard the Duck. Some guy actually had quite a few issues of Howard the Duck. I bought this one because there's it has a guest appearance by a Man Thing. He's on the cover here. This is issue 22. Excuse me. Got me some Culls. This is the first Marvel Cull series. All really nice shape, bagged and boarded. Issue 5. These were $1 a piece. Issue 6. Issue 7. Issue 8. Issue 9. These two, I can't remember if I'd ever heard of this title or not. Maybe I was confused with the Venom Space Knight, but this is something called Space Punisher. I don't know what happened. But I flipped through it just to see the art, and I mean, here's a cool cover. I don't know what the hell's going on. Galactus, he's got Galactus's head behind him. Issue 3. Yeah, I didn't have the first 2 issues. I'll have to hunt those down. Issue 4. Here's another series by Steve Gerber, the guy that worked on Howard the Duck, and I can't remember if he was if he created or a co-creator of Man Thing. This is Omega the Unknown. I only have one of these that I bought before, but this is issue 4. Here's issue 6. Series didn't last that long. This one I already had, but mine's in really sad shape, so I'm gonna give that one to my brother if he wants it. He likes Werewolf by Night. This is Marvel Team Up issue 12, Spider-Man Werewolf by Night. Happy to find this one. I really wasn't even looking for it. Just this guy. I think these were $2. He has some really good stuff in there. Really nice Copper Age and some Bronze Age, Marvel and DC. So I was looking at that, and I saw the cover. I thought, oh yeah, I've always wanted this one because just something about that cover. The cover I like a lot, and it's one that makes me want to check out the story. This is something called $1 Comics, 80-page all new Superman Spectacular, just a one-shot thing from 1977. We did it, Brainiac. Separately, we were always beaten by Superman, but together we killed him. Congratulations, Luthor. A new super-length thriller starring the world's greatest superhero. I flipped through it. I can't remember. I think this has artwork by Kurt Swan. You know, probably most well known for his work on Superman. Great artist. Here's another Charlton comic. This is not horror. This is actually a romance title. I had seen some of these on some blog. We were talking about some of the worst comics ever made. And I thought, okay, this might be good for a laugh. This is a Charlton comic called I Love You. This is issue 126. Wow. Somebody was buying them. I don't know what happened to issue 3. I had it in my hand, and I looked, and it's not here. It's not in my car. Somehow I must have set it down, and oh well. This is a 7-issue series. This is the last issue. I know there's a lot of people say that they think that this series is crap. I liked it, what I've read so far. I really like the artwork. It has some of the best artwork I've ever seen. Anyway, it's called Justice League Cry for Justice. Again, this is issue 7. Here's another Cull title, Cull the Conqueror. This is a later one from the 80s. This is issue 6. And oh yeah, I did read this one. Yeah, actually, like I said, I hadn't read any of these. Well, started reading that one of those Judge Dredd's, and I read this one last night. And I read this last night because I have the one before it. This is issue 14. If I remember correctly, issue 13 is the one that has the brief appearance of Kiss. And that one, Howard's in a mental hospital and ends with him somehow being possessed by a Damon Hellstrom, son of Satan. So I picked this up just to see what happens next. So that's it. That's all I got at the Planet Comicon 2018. And found out that there's probably won't be going to another convention until like April 7th. There's I think one of those KC FreeCons or whatever, FanCon. Yeah, KC FanCon. I think in Lawrence. Also that same weekend in Warrensburg, there's something called StealthCon. My cousin lives near Warrensburg, so yeah, I'll most likely go to that one. The KC FanCon, excuse me, Saturday, April 7th, and the next day, I don't know. I might make the drive there, then I don't know, I might spend the night there, and then get up and go to that one in Warrensburg with him, and then come home that Sunday. But that's still quite a while away, so that's going to do it for this video. Thanks for watching.